Hello, everybody. Let's go to another uh, big unit of the Normandy campaign, another German unit. In fact, it was a unit that was working together with the 21st Panzer Division in defense of Caen. It belonged to the 86th Army Corps, and it is the 16th Luftwaffe Field Division. I also have it, complete, and it's a very cute division to make, a very large unit, but very cute also, and different with uniforms of, a little bit different from, and colors also, from the parent here units or SS or whatever. Also, uh, plenty of horse-drawn artillery, which makes it also very, very peculiar. And of course, uh, very few transport, because the unit was in this regard around 50% of its strength. Also some mobile flag, which was very interesting to do, and there are some different units that we'll speak later on the video. So let's go to the structure of the division. So there are the main units. I mean, as usual, I don't have the maintenance and supply, that kind of stuff in this division, in my divisions, in my units. But main, if you can call it, the teeth of the division are the 31st Infantry Regiment with 2 Jaeger battalions, the 32 and the 46th. Okay, these are the 3 main regiments of the unit. There is the artillery regiment with a number of batteries. There is also the anti-tank battalion. There is the flak battalion, the fusiliers, and the pioneers here. We'll talk about them later. So let's see what is for me the most interesting thing in this in this unit, which is the uniforms. So the units, each of the 6 battalions is made of a series of different brands that you can see here. From left to right, for instance, you can see SHQ, which is a good part of these figures, but also look at those in the middle. They are Atlantic and Eschi, and they are converted figures. If you look closely to the uniform, you see that the smock was elongated. It has maybe 3 millimeters more of coat, if I can call it, in order to make it longer, as the Luftwaffe uniform was. Yes, these are, for instance, Revel and again Atlantic, and these are again SHQ. SHQ is the brand that makes. It's not the only one, but a few years ago, sorry, it was the only one that was producing, to my knowledge, these guys. When this unit was made, I already finished it some time ago, and it was like this. You can see the true uniform in this color plate of the Osprey book regarding the issue, and as you can see, the coat is longer than usual. So let's see more. So the unit is, each company has 8 figures, and each battalion has a MG42, medium mortar, heavy mortar, 88 centimeters and 12 centimeter. A few guys for the command, for the communications. Also, again, as you can see, converted figures. These ones from Eschi with a radio covered to avoid rain, and a Panzerschreck. All battalions in this regard are the same. There is also a component of anti-tank artillery given to each regiment, and also some artillery. For instance, the 31st regiment had the Zig 33 gun. This one is Ace, and that's a usual dreadful work we have to do to put this thing together. But in the end, as generally it happens with Ace, the result is very nice, but the build is always very complicated. The crew is again SHQ, converted Revel, PSC, and again a converted Revel from the, I think, from the engineer box. They had very few transport, as I told you, but I allocated some buses. This is SHQ, and the other one is a Britannia bus to the transport of the 31st Regiment. Going to the second regiment and the third, which is in fact the 32nd and the 46th, there is a change here in the guns that are supporting in the support guns, which are the small 75 millimeter infantry guns. These ones are Zvezda, beautiful models from one of the best brands around. And some figures are Zvezda. This one, the officer, no, the guy that is using the binoculars, is PSC. Also, the codes slightly elongated in order to make true Luftwaffe figures, at least in my opinion, of course. I mean, you can see here more converted figures. For instance, you see these are very old Revel and Atlantic. They really become nice Jaegers for the Luftwaffe, in my opinion. A few more here. Some still with the Schirmütze, and others coming from the Afrika Korps Airfix figure, I think, with some new heads also. So I like to toy with plastic figures a lot, as you probably noticed. Sorry, this is an invasion from Mars. In fact, my hand. So this is the forensic command section. You can see here again Atlantic and Eschi. Also, some funny conversions can be made. For instance, this is if I'm not mistaken Revel, yeah, and the other one is carrying ammunition, is the SHQ. This is a pair of course, of MG-42 fighters. Well, it is to be a bit tedious to show you all the converted figures that are here. They're almost every stand is some kind of conversion because of the code, of course. It is mandatory. If you take out, of course, the SHQ figures, which are the true Luftwaffe figures in this division. Going to the towed guns. This is the kind of tows I made. It gave me many hours of fun to make them. So these are Russian tows that this division used. They were handmade. They're scratch-built stuff from a plastic card. This guy is reading probably not Der Spiegel, of course, but the Signal probably, or something like that. I place him reading a newspaper. And figure and horses and riders are, of course, the Revel figures. And this I think these guys came pretty nice. Also, wheels are coming from I don't know, from I think 176 wheels. I had plenty of them, or maybe I may have casted a few of them in resin. Maybe I really do not recall. As on the other day, someone from the American government from Trump time was saying, I do not recall. Here is the pioneers, very different figures. You can see SHQ, Revel, Eschi, plenty of conversions here also. You can see guys carrying barbed wire, added metal barbed wire, again a mix of metal and plastic. Again here a few more conversions you can see here, and also the command stand, again with metal and metal and art plastic and soft plastic, everything living peacefully and in harmony. So these are the Zvezda 122mm guns, and here starts the 76.2mm guns. Everything is Russian. The artillery crew are also, a mix from original Zvezda figures together with this one, Eshi, art plastic. The other one is soft plastic from Eshi. Also some Ford observers made from PSC fighters of the Pak 38 50mm guns. There's always plenty of them that can be used because it's a very small box of Pak 38 guns that PSC makes, but with plenty of stuff inside. 4 guns and I think 24 miniatures, which are more than enough for us rapid fighters. And then you can use the surplus to other things. Again, the same. And here these ones are irregular miniatures. These 76mm guns, Russian guns, are irregular miniatures with mostly Revel figures. So here a few more limbers for the artillery, and here one of my favorite, which is the marriage between, and I think it's a happy one. At least they never got upset with each other. Which is the Airfix Opel Blitz with a Zvezda 20mm flak gun. Some of the figures are the original Zvezda, others are coming from the Eshi bottles of art plastic artillery and things like that. This one, for instance, there's I think it's an Airfix officer, yeah. And again, more Zvezda figures and artillery guns. This is the Fusilier. In fact, it's not complete, but I'm not going to do more, frankly, because only one of the companies was equipped with bicycles, but it's enough because there are plenty already of infantry for the division. And as there is also a little bit more than it should, there's at least one 76mm gun and one 122mm Russian guns, more than they should. So I think I will let the division like this for it not to become too strong. Regarding the anti-tank regimental guns, you have here the Eshi for this regiment, Eshi gun. These are Pak 38 50mm guns. One more here. And now for the anti-tank battalion, there is one here that I'm not sure if this division used it, but there was plenty of them in the Luftwaffe field division, which is that's why I place it. This is the French 75mm gun, one from 1897, if not mistaken. It was the one that the Germans placed. The gun was placed on top of the Pak 38 system, and became a new gun that was very common in the Luftwaffe units. The other one is another Pak 38, and another one and the last one is 75mm. These two are from SHQ, and this one is a Eshi. Also, there was one of the companies had Sturmgeschütz 3. I made them different from other Sturmgeschütz I have on the figures. Of course, figures have some blue on their uniform, namely the cap. This guy is also the same. You can see here. There's also Schirmütze in blue to distinguish from others, from other units, and also the numbers are special for this not special, but are particular for this division, and some transport in with some Opel Blitz and some captured French trucks. Well, this is division. Division ends here. It's not a really big thing, but then I added also the 1053 tank destroyer battalion, which is these 5 guns here. Everything is airfix with the PSC crew, but with normal here uniforms. This unit is not Luftwaffe, and it was working closely with. In fact, it was one of the units of the 84th, 86th Army Corps, together with the 21st, as I told you, the 711 Infantry Division, the 346 Infantry Division. Also, the Schwere Panzerabteilung 503 was also in this Army Corps. There was also a Naval Warfare Brigade and Assault Gun Brigade also. There are plenty of units close to this 16th Luftwaffe Field Division, and I have almost everything as I'll show you in next videos. And also I placed, just because they're Luftwaffe, I placed some 88mm stands. These are the 88mm model. I think I'm not mistaken, 36. If I'm mistaken, yeah. There was also the 41 on this third flak corps. This is a very important unit because it defended the Bourgebel Ridge, and it was very important in the destruction, not in destruction, but in at least coping with several British assaults on the Caen region, namely Operation Charnwood, also Goodwood, and they had a terrible impact on the British tanks, especially, and they're just here because they're Luftwaffe. You see blue uniforms mostly, as you can see here, with here Asegawa models, guns, and also most of the crew are also Asegawa. These ones are a little bit of a change because mostly they're airfix. And I think everything is shown. So next time I will show you something else, also belonging from this to this 86th Army Corps. Maybe I can go to the Naval Warfare Brigade, also the Schützenpanzerabteilung 503, and a few more others. Let's see what I can take of the. I still really don't know. Let's see what I will take from the shelves. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next. Bye bye.